Indeed, big man. diesel grenadiers overran the last stronghold of the Hellfire Order, defeating Eldris Emberstorm and ending the Third Nanotech War.
There's a strong flow of steam blocking the way. One might be deceived by the apparent weightlessness of this platform, which suggests mobility. But closer scrutiny reveals that it is in fact a section of an airship's deck, fashioned from fortified steel, a load that even the giants could not budge.
Without their commander or magical powers, those who remained had no choice but to surrender. That is... forces of magical power were driven from our world, banished beyond an impenetrable barrier. Now everyone may enjoy a just and untroubled road, free from magical rulers and their spells.
At first glance, it seems to be a passageway, but upon closer examination, you see that the entire framework is leaning heavily against the rock. A single misstep could lead to the collapse of multiple structures, along with tons of raw stone. Best try and find a safer route. defeat. In the desolated old world, repellent beasts and mages claiming to be weavers continued to fight amongst themselves. Some were even bold enough to launch raids against technology's outposts. vehicle's brakes are completely seized. Otherwise, it would have rolled on and crashed long ago. The ignition key is conspicuously absent. You must either search for the key or attempt to resolve the brake problem.
The ongoing clash between ages and technology. Iron Plague. People began to rust from the outside in, transforming into hideous, decaying iron statues of themselves. What an elaborate account. But tell me, why are you not content with existing literature on this subject? Curious. Every day I witness yet another family selling everything they own to move to this incredible new world. The newspapers never stop shouting about it. Apparently, technological progress is booming, and daily drudgery is being steadily replaced by automation. They claim the people are overjoyed, but why do we never hear a word from them? Audacious. Do you realize that this passage by itself justifies a quite harsh sentence? That was just the first entry. Every page is rife with distressing theories and questions. Do you not agree that notions such as these pose a real threat to the world? I see. You do realize everything that happened is entirely due to your ignorance and arrogance. Everyone who trusted you, believed in you, and every event that led us to this point. You don't even grasp the magnitude of your responsibility, do you? Each one of these notes perfectly illustrates your insistence on meddling in matters which do not concern you. Let's read another one, shall we? Right here. Something weird is happening over there. I can feel it. Everyone's talking about folks going missing. What of that deranged dwarf who was shouting about experiments? Even if a word of it is true, I shudder to think what's become of those people, of my people. Exploiting the common folks' superstition to undermine technological progress. What's next? Tales of impossible monsters and phenomena that challenge those laws of reality we worked so hard to establish. Utter nonsense. But however distasteful I find this, we must proceed. Here is some of the reasoning, if such a word even applies, behind your conclusions. Interesting. The human mind functions in curious ways. If a problem doesn't directly affect us, we tend to think ourselves immune. But as I see the Iron Plague continue to spread all around me, it feels like a noose tightening around my neck. Helen, my first love, died a few weeks ago. I don't know what to make of that. Her parents will not visit her grave. They're that afraid of getting infected. Uncle Victor hasn't spoken in over a week. His skin has turned to a flaky, oxidized crust, and his breathing is labored. I don't know how long he'll last. I hope for a miracle, but they seem increasingly rare these days. Even now, I can hear the metallic rattle of Aunt Hilda's joints. She keeps on smiling, even as the Iron Plague devours her without respite or mercy. All I can do is pray the disease doesn't take them all. If there's any chance to save them from this awful death, I'll take it, no matter the cost. They raised me, after all. I can't stand by and do nothing. Silence! Oh, what about this one? Right in the middle of the chaos you created, my journey has led to my meeting both magicians and technologists, and to question everything going on around me. Is it fair to mistreat someone just because they're different? Why couldn't we have found some resolution, some middle ground? If a different road had been taken, there wouldn't be any Iron Plague. Do you honestly think no one tried to prevent this bloodshed? The laws binding reality were our only hope to stop this cruel fate from destroying us all. How dare you challenge them? And now we come to the proof that you're the one who started all this, that the whole debacle is your fault. The odds are not good, I know, but it still bothers me that there's been no word from any of the emigrants to the New World. So I've decided to risk it. They're not asking much in return, after all. Only the unwoven filament. The task should be no challenge for someone like me. There it is, in your own words. You're nothing but a thief. Silence. These are your words. I smuggled the unwoven filament onto a ship heading for the New World to the Tatterhold seaport. There I will meet with Red Simon's contact.
The interminable voyage from the old world is finally over, and the relentless seasickness has at last slackened its grip. You inhale deeply and let the warm sea breeze fill your senses. The cries of gulls fill the air, alongside the chatter of folk on the bustling docks. Your heart quickens with anticipation as you take that first decisive step off the gangway. The new world awaits. But before you're free to embrace this new chapter in your life, there's the customs officer to deal with. A young man in an ill-fitting uniform presides, papers strewn before him on the wooden tabletop. With an air of long-practiced indifference, he begins to read from a crumpled form.
Good day to you, sir or madam. Let me be the first to welcome you to the New World. A place without poverty, hunger, or war. A place where everyone can achieve their dreams, etc., etc. You can become anyone you wish in the New World. A warrior, a magician, the president. Together we can make this the perfect home for everyone. A place where anything... Please, pass me your documents and join the line.